Alright, so in this video of Salesforce Bytes, we'll talk about how can you configure global value sets, right? Now, global value sets or pick list value sets are globally defined pick list values that can be leveraged across objects, right? Let's say, for example, country and states, right? You might have this pick list which would be required in different objects. Irrespective of what object you are considering, the states and country value would remain the same, right? Similarly, if you have a use case wherein you need to create a pick list for an object which might be completely same or the same pick list for another object, you use global value sets. So let's take a look at this use case. It says create a pick list field for leads and contact object which stores the primary sector of business information. The possible values can be government, public, private, LLC and none, right? So we need to create this field right here that's called primary sector of business. But the interesting thing to notice, you need to have the same field on two objects with the same set of values. Because the values are same, we can create a pick list value set or a global value set, right? And leverage that for two objects. Let's see how this can be done. So I'm on my Salesforce org and let's go to the contact object. First of all, let's go to object manager and let's go to contact and let's try to create a pick list field. Let's see how things look like, right? I'll click on new, pick list, next. Now when I choose the pick list option, you see we get two options that says use global pick list value set or enter values with each value separated by a new line. Now if this is a unique pick list and you need to just use this for the contact object, you can very well go ahead and put the values here, right? But you need the same set of values in another object and with the same field name, right? So instead you can choose the global value option. Right now there's no option available because we have not configured it yet, right? So let's go to home and let's go to pick list value sets, this option right here, right? And here we can create our pick list value set. Let's click on new and let's call it company information, right? I'll call company info. And what are the values we can paste here? It should be government, public, private, LLC, other, right? So these are the 5 values that we need, and you have these options that you get on the pick list setting also, whether you want to display them alphabetically or whether you want to have the first value as the default value. I'll just leave them as is and I'll just go ahead and say save, right? My pick list value set is created and I can now go to my object manager that's on the contact object, and now I can use or leverage this particular value set. Let's go to fields and relationship, click on new. Let's click on the pick list option. Let's click on next. And let's call it, what is the field name that we want to use? It is called primary sector of business, right? Let's say primary sector of business. And now we can use a global pick list value set and we can choose the company info that we just created, right? And now if you see, these are all disabled because we had this option on the pick list value set level. You need to set it there, not here, right? Let's click on next. Let's make it visible for the system admin, next, and let's make it available on the contact layout. Let's click on save. Let's do the same thing on the lead object as well, right? We need the same field on the lead object, right? So if I go to leads, let's click on fields and relationship, let's click on new, we'll choose the pick list option, click on next, primary sector of business, use a pick list value set. You see company info is coming up here as well, which means the same set of values will be leveraged on two different fields on two different objects, right? It is just because the pick list values are same, you can leverage the standard value set or this pick list value set that we just created, right? Let's click on next, save it for the lead layout. Let's click on save, and now let's test things. Let's go to contacts, let's click on new, and there should be a field that's called primary sector business. Let's refresh our page because things don't load just through cache. We sometimes need to refresh or even log out and log in, right? Let's take a look if it comes up now. So if I see, there's something that's called primary sector of business, and what are the values? See those 5 values that we defined, right? Let's double check on the lead object. If we go to the lead object and click on new, I should have the same field with the same values, right? And if I change anything on the pick list value set, that will reflect on both the objects pick list, right? Because that's a common source or a common master field value set that we are leveraging on two different child objects, right? So this is how you can configure global value sets or pick list value sets in your system. Thank you.